Hi everyone, I'm Lord Waring P. Maratas and I'm about to discuss the history of Android. Before that, I'm going to introduce the Android first. So, Android operating system is the largest installed base among various mobile platforms across the globe. So, hundreds of millions of mobile devices are powered by Android in more than 190 countries of the world. It conquered around 71% of the global market share by the end of 2021, and this trend is growing bigger every other day. So the company named Open-Handset Alliance developed Android for the first time that is based on the modified version of the Linux kernel and other open source software. So Google sponsored the project at initial stages, and in the year 2005, it acquired the whole company. In September 2008, the first Android-powered device was launched in the market. So Android dominates the mobile OS industry because of the long list of features it provides. It's user-friendly, has huge community support, provides a greater extent of customization, and a large number of companies build Android-compatible smartphones. So as a result, the market observed a sharp increase in the demand for developing Android mobile applications, and with that, companies need smart developers with the right skill set. At the first purpose of Android was thought of as a mobile operating system. So however, with the advancement of code libraries, its popularity among developers of the divergent domain, Android becomes an absolute set of software for all devices like tablets, wearable set-top boxes, smart TVs, notebooks, etc. Before learning all the topics of Android, it is required to know what is Android first. So Android is a mobile operating system that has been around for nearly 15 years. You'll primarily find it as the base operating system of phones and tablets worldwide. So additionally, other operating systems natively support Android applications including Chrome OS and Windows 11. Search giant Google owns this mobile OS, however the system is open source, making it freely accessible to anyone, even for the commercial use. This makes it very different from Apple iOS, macOS, and Microsoft's Windows, all closed-source platforms. Android history begins in October 2003, well before the term smartphone became ubiquitous and several years before Apple's announcement of the first iPhone and iOS. So Android Incorporation was founded in Palo Alto, California, with Rich Miner, Nick Sears, Chris White, and Andy Rubin were its four founders. At the time, Rubin mentioned Android Incorporation would develop smarter mobile devices that are more aware of its owner's location and preferences. So later, ipakikilala ko sa inyo ang apat na founders ng Android OS. In 2005, the next significant chapter in Android history began when the original company was acquired by Google. Rubin and other founding members continued developing the OS under their new owners. So, they then decided to use Linux as the basis for the Android OS. That made it possible to offer the operating system to third-party mobile manufacturers for free. So, Google and Android team felt the company could profit from providing other services including apps. So, believe it or not, this software was designed for cameras. So, the idea was to make a universal operating system that all camera companies could use. So, however, during the later development of the OS, Rubin realized that smartphones were the future. So, he decided to revamp it as a smartphone operating system instead. So, the idea did not attract much investment since Windows Phone, Symbian, and other phone operating systems were already dominating the market. So Rubin and his team almost stopped development when they ran out of money. Rubin was nicknamed Android by his co-workers at Apple in 1989 due to a love of robots, with the nickname eventually becoming the official name of the Android operating system. So before Android Incorporation, Rubin also helped found Danger Incorporation in 1999, another company involved in the mobile space So Rubin left Danger to work on Android in 2003, and Danger was eventually acquired by Microsoft in 2008. In 2007, at the time, Google was still working on Android in a secret, but in November of that year, the company slowly started to reveal its plans to compete with Apple and other mobile platforms. In a major development, Google led the formation of the Open Handset Alliance. It includes phone makers like HTC, Motorola chip manufacturers such as Qualcomm and Texas Instruments, and also the carriers including T-Mobile. Then, Google's chairman and CEO Eric Schmidt was quoted as saying today's announcement is more ambitious than any single Google phone that the press has been speculating about over the past few weeks. So, our vision is that the power platform we're unveiling will power thousands of different phone models. So, andito na tayo sa apat na founders na gumawa ng Android. The first founder that I will introduce is Mr. Andrew E. Rubin. Andrew E. Rubin is an American computer programmer, entrepreneur, and venture capitalist who left Google in 2014 after allegation of sexual misconduct. Rubin was the founder and former CEO of the venture capital firm Playground Global, as well as the co-founder, former CEO of the both Danger Incorporation and Android Incorporation. The second founder that I will introduce is Mr. Rich Miner, who helped to develop Android OS. So Rich Miner, born 1964, is an investment partner on the GB team. Miner joined the GB team in March 2009 and is based out of Cambridge, MA. Before joining GB, Miner was a co-founder of Android Incorporation, origin of the Android mobile operating system. So it was an executive on the Android team after its acquisition by Google. The third founder who helped to develop Android is Mr. Chris White. Chris White is a computer programmer specializing in user interface and operating systems for emerging technology. He was co-founder and CTO of Android Incorporation and helped build the Android engineering team at Google. So Chris has been fortunate to work with and learn from some of the brightest people at several cool companies, including Apple Computer, Artemis Research, General Magic, and Sun Macrosystems. So he received his BS in Computer Science from Syracuse University. Chris is currently researching augmented and virtual reality. Ang last founder na tumulong sa mga co-founder niya ay si Nick Sears para mag-develop ng Android. So Nick Sears is a mobile internet and smartphone pioneer. In 2005, he co-founded Android Incorporation, which was acquired by Google. During his 8 years at Google, Nick helped launch and grow Android into the largest smartphone operating system in the world. The logo of Android was created by Irina Black. Black says the only directive the Google design team gave her was to make the logo look like a robot. So Black also stated that one of her inspirations for the final design for the Android mascot was the familiar restroom logos representing men and women. So one thing that Black and Google decided was to make the Android robot itself an open source project. So nearly every other huge company would protect their logo or mascot from redesigns. So however, tons of people have modified Android's logo because Google allows such changes under the Creative Commons 3.0 Attribution License. So the Android mascot, also known as Jasmine, was overhauled alongside much of Android branding in 2019. Andy may have lost his body, but the new look is now much more ubiquitous across all of Android's branding. Sino nga ba si Irina Black? Irina Black is a graphic designer and an artist. She is best known for the creation of the Google Android logo, including its green robot icon. So, Irina continuously making an evolution of Android logo. So, the next presenter will discuss about the versions of Android OS.
The advantage of Android operating system. The first one is customizable UI. Google has been working hard to make Android users interface or UI as flexible and customizable as possible. In doing so, Google loaded Android with a host of customizable widgets. Ito ay pwedeng magamit kahit saan. at nag-o-offer ito ng mga update or shortcut to a verify of service katulad ng email, calendar, message, at marami pang. Next is open source. The Android operating system allows the developers and hardware manufacturer to make change to the operating system core software. This allows the companies to make change in the OS to work in very specific industries. Next is innovation reach the market quicker. Android platform has a proven track record of supporting the latest cutting-edge ideas, while casual apps still seem to appear on almost every operating system at the same time. The bigger hardware innovation almost start at Google. Last is affordable. Since Android OS is affordable to buy, so most of the customer love to buy Android phones because of the low price of Android phones. iOS and Windows phones are more expensive as compared to Android phones.
One of the advantages of Android OS is that it is an open ecosystem, which means pwede ka mag-download ng application kahit hindi galing sa Google Play na pinrovide ng Google for Android na maging App Store. Unlike sa Apple iOS na may Apple Store, which means doon lang sila pwede mag-download ng apps nila if user ka ng iPhone or other device ng Apple company. Kapag sa Android OS, pwede mag-install yung mga user kahit sa ang site lang. Like example, yung mga APK version ng mga application. Customized ROM. A custom ROM is essentially a firmware based on the Android source code provided by Google. Since isa ito sa advantages ni Android OS, maraming mas prefer ng mga custom ROMs dahil maraming functionalities na na-offer at maraming pwedeng i-customize. For example, if you have a Xiaomi or Redmi phone running on MIUI but you don't like the interface, you can install a custom ROM that will change the UI to stock Android or something else you like. Affordable development. Kung gusto mong gumawa or mag-develop ng sarili mong app, mura daw ito sa Android. You can easily get your own app out in the Android market and you don't need to pay big development fees. The application environments are free of charge and you can save a lot of money and there is no limit, which means that if you want to make more than one app, you can do that without any problems. Ubuntu is the best operating system if magde-develop ka ng Android app dahil Android is developed under Linux. App distribution. App distribution is the process of releasing an app to a broad set of users in order to promote app engagement and usage. Often, app marketers will seek out app distribution channels and platforms as a way to advertise their application, either organically or paid. Sa Android OS, there are two ways of distributing apps, using the traditional Android Application Package or APK format and the new Android App Bundle or AAB format. Mas madali mag-distribute ng apps sa Android unlike sa iOS apps.
I am Jamaica Delambotique and I am the one who will discuss the disadvantages and some versions of Android operating system. So, understanding the disadvantages of Android operating system may take you on a different side of the road. The following are the most unlikable characteristics of Android operating system. So, first is the mixed quality. If you are going to buy an Android phone at a price, you will notice several differences between two brands, such as the RAM processor, camera, and so on. Mapapansin nyo din sa mga Android phones na same price lang naman sila pero iba-iba yung quality. Next is more bugs. Yung pag-process ng application before being published sa Google Play Store is less productive. Kaya large number of application that are available sa Google Play Store ay may mga bugs. Depending sa models and version, some application is nagkukos ng pag-crash ng isang Android phone. Third is less security. Well, compared to iOS, the security of Android phones is low. Kasi you can easily bypass any type of lock sa Android phones. Compare sa iOS, if nawala or nanakaw, pwede mo siya ipa-close kasi may mga unique Apple ID yung mga phones nila. Another example is yung Google account mo, which is if nakasign in yun sa ibang device, makikita or ma-access nila yung email mo, photos, drive, or notes, or any Google application sa device na yun. So, be careful po tayo. Fourth is too much ads. Android phones can easily obtain and free, but the consequences are in each of these applications are always have an ads on display. Especially sa mga popular brands ng mga Android phones. For example, yung ginagamit ko is Xiaomi. Every time na magsisave ako ng ginawa ko in that specific application, like in PixArt or WPS, always lumalabas yung mga ads, and it's annoying and user-friendly for me. Fifth is unwanted applications. So there are many applications which we don't need to have but consume RAMs and storage to our mobile phones. Kahit di naman natin ginagamit is tumataas yung storage. And sometimes merong mga applications na kahit anong uninstall natin is ayaw matanggal. And ito yung mga tinatawag natin na uninstallable applications. Sixth is must have Google account. It's actually not ako naman, no? But sometimes, users don't like to use Google account for security purposes. You also cannot use other mail katulad ng Yahoo Mail, Business Mail, Custom Mail, etc. Sa ibang operating system like iOS, may unique Apple ID sila to save their activities. So, sa mga Android users, para ma-enjoy lahat ng features, kailangan ng Google account. Without Google account, hindi ka maka-install ng apps from the Google Play Store. So, you also cannot install most of the online application na ginagamit sa ating Android phones. And now, I will discuss some versions of Android operating system. So, first version we have is Android 1.0 that was published September 2008 with an application program interface 1 or API 1. It is the initial version of Android operating system, so wala pang codename sa version na ito. Pero according to some reports, it was known as Android Alpha. Then, a month after na-publish yung Android version 1.0, on October 2008, the first Android mobile was publicly released with Android 1.0 of the T-Mobile G1 aka HTC Dream. So, this T-Mobile G1 contains physical keyboard, notification and status bar, camera, Android market for application, web browser, icons, email support media player, add widgets to home screen, YouTube, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and Google apps like Google Maps and Google Search, Google Talk, Google Sync, etc. Then February 2009, Android updated from 1.0 to 1.1. This version is also walang codename, but as per reports, it was known as Android Beta. Some modifications included the provision of attaching a document in messages, which is dito na yung messages na may stickers or text, dati na gumagalaw and so on. And longer on-call screen timeout when the phone was put on speaker and detailed view of maps. Next version is the Cupcake, which is the Android version 1.5, published April 27, 2009. And dito na yung start ng pagbibigay ng codenames to each versions. Cupcake introduced numerous refinements to the Android interface, including the first on-screen keyboard. Ito yung version na instead of physical keyboard, is nasa screen na yung keyboard. In short, ito yung tinatawag natin na touchscreens. So, Cupcake also wrote about the framework for third-party app widgets, which would quickly turn into one of Android's most distinguishing elements, and it provided the platform's first ever option for video recording. More features like copy-paste in browser, auto rotations, and direct video uploading on YouTube. Version 1.0 also have widget, pero the third-party programmers were not able to put widget sa mga version na iyon and only captured pictures but did not support the video recordings. Next version is version 1.6 Donut, rolled into the world in the fall of 2009, which is on September 2009. Donut filled in some important holes in Android Center, including the ability for the OS to operate on a variety of different screen sizes and resolutions. It also added support for CDMA networks like Verizon, which would play a key role in Android's imminent explosion. It contains numerous new features such as web search, bookmark history, contacts, web, local files, and more directly from home screen. User can select multiple photos for deletion and support text-to-speech imaging. Next version is version 2.0 to 2.1. On October 26, 2009, Android 2.0 eClear was released to Motorola Droid phone that brought some massive changes to operating system. The release's most transformative element was the addition of voice-guided turn-by-turn navigation and real-time traffic. So this is the first device that featured Google Map navigation. So, navigation aside, eClear brought live wallpapers to Android as well as the platform's first speech-to-text function and added screen lock to swipe to unlock. Next version is version 2.2. With 2010, Android 2.2 Froyo arrived in Nexus 1, which is the first Nexus phone to be released. Froyo update took Android voice capabilities to the next level with voice action, which allowed users to perform actions such as searching, getting directions, making notes, setting alarms, and more with only sound. They provide 5 home screen panels, user unlock feature, which was perfect for those na hindi gusto yung pattern lock screen. Next version is version 2.3 Gingerbread, was released on December 6, 2010 with Nexus, which was co-developed with Samsung. It includes the following changes: support for extra large screen size and resolution, update user interface design with increased simplicity and speed, enhanced copy or paste functionality, select a word by press holding, support near-field communication, which is used to transmit an information between devices and includes front-facing camera so that people can take selfies, and the headphone virtualization, new download manager. Next version is Android 3.0 to 3.2 Honeycomb that was released on February 22, 2011 in Motorola Zoom, and later it was updated to 3.1 to 3.2. As what you can see sa picture, kanyan po ang itsura kasi this version basically designed for tablet to enhance facility of reading books, watching videos, exploring maps, and doing many more things. This version physical home, back, and menu buttons were removed and replaced with soft keys na ginamit sa navigation. It also featured quick setting and OTG connection so that users could use USB drive. So the next version is the ice cream sandwich, which is the Android version 4.0 that was released October 19, 2011 that launched with Samsung Galaxy Nexus. It contained many of Honeycomb's features, such as virtual keys for home, back, and menu button, as well as numerous new features such as the integrated screenshot capture, built-in photo editor, face unlock, notification, 180p video recording, etc. On June 27, 2012, Google announced Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. It featured Google Now that allowed people to get information and weather information. It also updates the following features, which is the smoother user interface, enhanced accessibility, expandable notification, one-finger gestures to expand or collapse notifications, lock screen improvement like placing widgets sa home screen, multiple user accounts sa tablet only, new clock application, and volume for incoming call. Next version is version 4.4 KitKat that was released on June 25, 2014 with Nexus 5. Android 4.4 first version of OK Google, so that people can access Google Now kahit hindi hinahawakan yung phones. And this hand-free activation work only pag naka-on yung screen. And this version, people were able to send text, get directions, or even play song. It also added full screen apps, new Hangouts apps, and new phone dialer. And this version was designed to support lower RAM like 512 RAM devices. And in the fall of 2014, Android version 5.0 and 5.1 Lollipop was released. Lollipop launched the still present today material design standard, which is brought a whole new look that extended across all of the Android, its applications, and even other Google products. The version Lollipop supported all screen size in both phones and tablets, etc., and Android Wear Watch. Lollipop provides several features like redesigned user interface, support for 64-bit CPUs, support for print previews, material design, Project Volta for battery life improvement, multiple user accounts, audio input and output through USB devices, joint Wi-Fi networks, support for multiple SIM cards, device protection, high-definition voice calls, and native Wi-Fi calling support.
Okay, let's proceed into Android 6.0 Marshmallow. First released noong May 25, 2015 with Nexus 6P and Nexus 5X, kasama din nung Pixel C tablet. May mga features na nadagdag tulad ng Google Now on top, in which kapag na-long press ang home button. Andyan din yung biometric scanner na good for convenient unlocking dahil fingerprint mo lang po ang kailangan. Minor features naman like power and charging, backup data, and restore na good for keeping data, app permissions, and Chrome customs. Included na rin dito ang permission na i-share yung app and support the USB Type-C cables. Next on our list is Android 7.0 Nougat. First release naman po ito noong August 22, 2016 along with Pixel, Pixel XL, and LG D20. One of its brilliant features ay ang multitasking, in which you can switch tabs. Usually, sa mga nakaabot ito, ipindutin mo lang yung lower right button and makikita mo lang naka-open na apps. I don't know sa iba kung iba ang button nito sa inyo. Also, the JIT compiler is good kasi na-speed up nito yung mga apps which is magkaiba ng mga lower versions. Split screen also a feature ng malaking tulong mag-multitask na you can do two running selected apps to run in a single screen. Just imagine watching video in YouTube na tapos naka-split screen ka habang nag-notes. Malaking tulong ito, di ba? Also, the data saving feature included na rin dito. For the major accomplishment dito is in Google Assistant, in which convenient kung may nag-search. Kasabay din dito yung announcement ng kauna-unahan nilang self-made phone ng Google called Pixel. Next on our list is Android 8.0 Oreo. First release naman po ito noong August 21, 2017. Supported na rin dito ang short notification based sa ability kung paano naka-snooze in simplest term natin called notification snoozing option. Supported na rin dito ang PIP, ang picture in picture. This feature is also a big convenience sa mga Android user. Para itong floating window while you're doing an important in another app. Autofill API for management pang fill-in data at password. Replacement also ng mga blob-shaped emojis into gradient outline. Andito na rin yung goal ng Google na ma-align ang Android Google OS and also improving experience na din ng Android app sa Chromebook. Major impact din dito ang Project Rebel in which yung effort nila na mag-create ng modular base for Android code at hoping sila na isa yon sa magiging convenient mag-provide ng latest software update ng mga latest software updates. Nagets po ba? Okay, let's proceed naman sa Android 9 Pie. First release noong August 6, 2018. Most transformative change dito is yung hybrid gesture or navigation system. So, what does it means? Ito yung touchscreen yung phone mo pero rather than traditional with buttons below, but this version gestures na lang like swipe bottom up, mag-home na siya. Nakahide dito yung mga buttons below in which na dapat nakikita natin sa baba. Familiar naman kayo dito, di ba? Kasi usually ginagamit nyo na rin ito. Noteworthy and productivity features like suggested reply system sa mga message notifications. New dashboard na rin sa digital well-being control. At familiar naman din kayo dito. Andito na rin yung feature na dark mode. Easy na rin dito ang pag-select ng text because nag-zoom in siya sa balak mong i-highlight. Improve security features like mag-restrict ng camera and mic or even location in any startup of an app. Okay? Nag-gets ko na po ba? Okay? Let's go into Android 10. First release noong September 3, 2019. Major turnover nito na di na traditional dessert name based sa pangalan ng mga Android sa mga former Android versions. Android 10 apparently called Pin Cake. So, syempre new features and improvements like live caption in which with captions or subtitles na habang nag-play ka po ng video. Smart reply also na may suggested reply kung tinatamad ka na mag-reply, you can click that to send that reply immediately. Sound amplifier. More improved gesture navigation. Dark theme. Get security updates ng mas mabilis, nakadepende na lang kung naka-auto-update ang iyong phone. Focus mode. Ito yung feature na mag-restrict ka ng mga ibang apps para makafocus ka sa iyong ginagawa. Nakakasabay naman po ba? Okay. Next on the list is Android 11. First release noong September 8, 2020. Android 11 apparently called Red Velvet Cake. Most significant changes niya ay umiikot sa privacy. Ayun po ang pinaka-significant niya, means yung pinaka-important. Tanggal na din yung app ability na makita mo yung apps installed sa device mo. Meron kasing mga ibang ganong apps. Added feature din dito yung screen record na kasama na nasama yung phone screen mo at the same time yung audio mo without using third-party applications. Mas makakatipid ka sa space nun, di ba? Also, bubble feature in which di nasagabal ang ibang apps upang makachat mo ang iyong loved ones. Usually, nakikita itong bubble feature sa Messenger. Pwede mo na din makontrol yung phone mo gamit yung boses mo. Pwede mo rin i-connect yung phone mo through car without cables. Ayun lang po yung mga changes na meron sa Android 11, pero madami po yan. Lastly, Android 12, first release noong October 4, 2021 along with Pixel 6 series. Android 11 naman po apparently called Snow Cone, pero may Snow Cone version 2 since may part 2 release ng Android 12 noong March 2022. Smoother na din po and responsive UI na din dito. Easy Wi-Fi sharing but I think hindi po ito magandang idea sa Pinas kasi advantage po ito ng iba since scan lang then makakonect ka na. Just imagine pinakonect ka lang pero pinakonect ko pa yung ibang tao. Tapos ang ending po nito yung may-ari po ng Wi-Fi nagka-suffer, yung nagbabayad monthly tapos nagreklamo sa sobrang bagal ang internet nila. Next, material view feature is a design that it tracks its color from the part of your phone that you have the most control over. It is likely to bear individual to you, the wallpaper. So ito pong material view, ito lang po yung parang pampaganda po ng wallpaper mo. Kumbaga mag-extra ka lang po ng mga colors, mga other part mo ng phone mo, tapos pwede po siya ma-apply sa iyong wallpaper. Overview, suggestion, and rich content insertion, in which yung nakapin mong picture, pwede mong i-paste agad-agad. Also, the overview suggestion, once nag-copy ka, automatic kung may input field, suggestin na agad doon yung nakapin mong text kanina lang. Bunch of new emojis. Mas maganda kung nag-spend ka ng madaming oras sa social medias. Game mode API na usually pabor sa mga gamers dahil na para mapa-speed up ang kanilang mga phones. Other changes like na may icon kapag naka-enable yung camera and mic mo. Usually makikita naman ito sa top side. One-handed mode also, in-app search and other stuff na pwede ka mag-search ng apps within also that app. So, many features but ito na lang po muna. I will also include Android 13 pero since di pa siya release, so hindi ko na lang po siya muna sinama. So, my conclusion po sa lahat ng mga Android versions na discuss namin, na sobrang helpful ng mga Android updates since maraming available features na dinagdag para naman po ito sa ating own convenience. Na-improve din po ang itong security which is na maganda rin po somehow. Minsan, itatanong yung sarili nyo kung bakit may mga certain apps na gumagana sa lower versions ng Android pero sa higher versions hindi na. Kasi nga, because of its improved security. Yun lang po. That's all. Thank you. Mag-proceed na po tayo sa ating next reporter. Salamat po sa pakikinig.
So we're we're gonna install BlueStacks emulator for PC or laptop. First, let's go to this link, bluestacks.com, and then we're gonna download BlueStacks 5. After ma-download, let's just open it. And then, ayan, pwede siyang ma-customize yung path ng folder or makikita mo din yung system requirement. And then, yan, dapat naka-check yung accept software. And then, we're gonna install it. After ma-install, automatic na siya nag-open. Ayan, yun yung tsura ng BlueStacks sa Windows. Play Store, pwedeng sign in yung Google account. Ayan, yung mga same din parang nasa cellphone ng Android settings. And then we have here the settings, yung pwede natin change yung mga performance based on your preference, performance, display, graphics, audio, gamepad, preferences, device, shortcuts, user data, advanced and about. Ayan, makikita mo. Pwede nyo change yan depende sa gamit. Next naman, installing Android using VirtualBox sa PC pa din. And just go to this link again. And then let's just click Windows host and then yung download na agad. After ma-download, let's just open. Preparing to install na siya. Just click next. Next lang. And yan, hayaan lang natin siya. Next lang natin. And then install na. After ma-install ng VirtualBox, mag-open yan. May VirtualBox na tayo. Next naman is yung CD ng Android. Yan, ito yung Nieva. Kukunan natin. Scroll down, then .iso na format natin VirtualBox tayo. Android 9. Then change the type to Linux. Then other Linux 64-bit version. Then next, we're gonna change the memory size to 4096 MB. Ayan, next na natin. Then like that. Next lang. Next, ayan, dito. Ayan, let's change the size to 10 GB para sure na maano natin yung ibang file na gagawin. And after is, tayo sa settings and then sa system. Then sa processor gagawin natin ito. Sa acceleration naman, yung NVMe interface na gagawin. Then sa display, sa videos, sa graphics, D-boxes. Then, i-input na natin yung CD natin na and Android. And then, okay na. After that, pwede na natin start. Yan, pwede natin gamitin yung keyboard natin para makontrol. Advanced options. Then, click enter. And then, auto installation, click enter. Then, click lang natin yung yes. Run Android. So, na-open na. Let's use English language. Then start. Skip muna natin yung connect to Wi-Fi. Continue. Default the date and time. Next. And then not now for the pattern or lock screen. Click step. Ayan, so na-install na natin yung Android. Ayan, pwede mag-sign in ng Google account. And then, yan, drag lang natin yung mouse natin pataas. And then, ayan yung mga applications na naka-default pagka-install.